Clouds are filling in out here on the First One weather patio. When will they bring some raindrops to more of the area? I'm going to show you in just a couple of moments.
And the state superintendent delivers a speech at the state capitol that challenges facing Wisconsin's education system.
And our call for action team is here tonight, ready to tackle your consumer concerns, how you can connect with our call for action telethon. You're watching News 3 now at 5. Thanks for staying with us at 5, everybody. We've been dry and warm the past few days. Still warm, but maybe a little rain is on the way.
Yeah, we could sure use it. Alex on the weather patio with the latest on our rainfall forecasts.
Right, no rain out here right now, and we really can use the raindrops. Check out my personal Facebook page. I'm getting some comments on the impacts of going on weeks in some cases of dry weather. But let's take a look right now at Radar 3000. It is not dry in Grant County, Lancaster, over to Platteville, Potosi, down towards Dickeyville, towards Dubuque. Seeing a couple of showers in far southwest Wisconsin. We can confirm that too with our First One weather cam live in Platteville right now. And the temperatures, they're cooler in Platteville because of the rain shower activity that's falling in Grant County. But that's it. West of Madison is where that concentration of those showers have been this afternoon. And as we put Future Track into motion, those showers, maybe a rumble or two of thunder, they're going to stay to the west of Madison as we go through much of the evening hours. But that's going to change in our overall forecast. We're going to increase the rain chances for the rest of southern Wisconsin as early as tomorrow, lasting into Saturday, and perhaps lasting all the way out into early next week. What will those rain chances look like in your neighborhood? We're going to use Future Track to track that together when I come back in about 10 minutes.
All right, Alex, thank you. The Janesville man accused of trafficking a North Carolina teen has been indicted now by a federal grand jury. Adam Gurney is charged with transporting a minor with intent to engage in criminal sexual activity. He faces between 10 years to life in prison if convicted. Janesville police started investigating Gurney in early August after receiving a tip from the Clay County, North Carolina Sheriff's Office. They said he had traveled to the county to meet a teen. Gurney was arrested without incident. The teen was released to her father. And 2 people are dead after a crash near Whitewater. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office says this happened yesterday afternoon on County Highway N, just south of Carnes Road. That's near the town of Cold Spring. Deputies say a semi-tractor trailer veered onto the gravel shoulder, then overcorrected and crossed the center line, hitting an SUV. The driver and front passenger of the SUV were pronounced dead at the scene. The semi-driver was not injured, and that crash remains under investigation.
The State Patrol and the School Bus Association of Wisconsin are teaming up to promote school bus safety. The effort is part of Operation Safe Stop Week, the Safe Stop Week initiative. It focuses on the dangers of passing a stopped school bus. According to the DOT, more than 1,200 tickets were given to motorists for failing to stop. Wisconsin law requires drivers in both directions to stop at least 20 feet from a school bus with flashing red warning lights. A citation for failing to stop for a school bus could cost you $676.50 and 4 points.
State School Superintendent Dr. Jill Underly delivered her State of Education address today, putting a spotlight on the achievements and challenges facing the state's public education system. Dr. Underly highlighted record high graduation rates and expanded opportunities in STEM, career, and technical education. However, she did point to increasing threats to school stability, including a lack of funding, leading some teachers to leave the profession.
When we ignore, we lose talent. 4 out of every 10 new teachers leaves Wisconsin or the profession entirely within just a few years. Behind those numbers are real people, teachers who had the passion, the skill, the dedication to make a difference, and yet they were forced to step away from a profession they trained for and loved.
In response to the address, Wisconsin Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu says Wisconsin's education system can be summed up in one word: unaccountable, adding that, quote, parents, students, and taxpayers deserve better.
Chip maker NVIDIA said it will take a $5 billion stake in Intel. The purchase makes NVIDIA a major shareholder of the tech company alongside the U.S. government. Last month, President Trump announced the government was making an $8.9 billion investment in Intel's common stock. It's part of the Trump administration's efforts to boost semiconductor manufacturing in the United States. And Amazon has announced pay increases for its its fulfillment and transportation employees. The online retail giant says it's increasing average pay to more than $23 an hour, and that the average total compensation is now over $30 per hour when you include the benefits. Employees also get free Prime membership, prepaid tuition programs, a 401k with a company match, and other perks.
Well, if you have a consumer complaint and you're trying to figure out your next step, the Madison Call for Action team is here to help.
Right now we're holding a telethon. The Call for Action volunteers are here in the building, and they're taking all of your consumer complaints live. Whether you have issues with bills, contractors, scams, you name it, they can help you and take action on your behalf. Michelle Renee Quinn is in the Call for Action studio with the volunteers, and she has more on how the telethon's going. Michelle?
Eric, Susan, the telethon is just over an hour in, and our volunteers have still been on the phone since we've started. Now, this event does go until 7 o'clock, so you can keep those calls coming in. And if you cannot get all the way through to one of our volunteers today, you can call back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Our volunteers are in the building 3 days a week. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So this telethon is special for those who can't really get there at that time. And like we said earlier, if you have consumer issues, whether it's a warranty, a car repair, landlord, tenant, you name it, Call for Action can likely help. If you need to know what steps do you take next, Call for Action. That's 608-270-2833. You can see our volunteers are here and they're ready to help. Back to you guys.
All right, Michelle Renee, thank you very much. Get those calls going if you need help, folks. A splash of color is brightening up the streets of Madison. Local artist Bernie Witzak, known for her vibrant screen prints, was chosen by the city to create a new asphalt mural on West Dayton Street between Bassett and Francis. The project, a collaboration with the Madison Arts Commission and DC-based Chalk Riot, aims to beautify the city and make streets safer for everyone.
It's a pilot project to test whether art and beautiful, colorful things can calm traffic, help people slow down so there's less pedestrian, car, and bicycle incidences on our streets.
Data collected from the project will be used by city officials to evaluate the impact of street murals on traffic patterns as well as pedestrian safety in Madison.
Well, Ed Sheeran is making his return to Milwaukee next year for Summerfest. Sheeran is best known for his songs Shape of You, The A-Team, and Perfect. He's scheduled to perform on June 25th of next year. He last performed at Summerfest in July of 2015. Tickets will be sold to the public starting next Friday, and a link to sign up for artist pre-sale tickets can be found on our website, channel3000.com.
Still to come at 5, President Trump discusses trade in the United Kingdom.
And the CDC's newly overhauled vaccine committee meets. What changes could be coming to the hepatitis B shot and a combined MMRV vaccine? And we'll take a look at our Call for Action telethon. That's a live picture of the volunteers. They'll be taking your calls tonight until 7 o'clock, so plenty of time to call 608-270-2833.
And on Wall Street today, all positive numbers for the markets. The Dow adding 124 points. The Nasdaq another strong gain, up 209. S&P 500 jumps almost 32 points. And we'll be right back.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
President Trump is heading back to Washington after paying a state visit to the United Kingdom.
Today, he met with the UK's Prime Minister to talk about trade and policy. The leaders signed a new tech partnership focused on energy and artificial intelligence. They also discussed shared goals of ending Russia's war with Ukraine as negotiations with Russian President Vladimir Putin have stalled.
He's let me down. He's really let me down.
We have to put extra pressure on Putin. And it's only when the president has put pressure on Putin that he's actually shown any inclination to move. So we have to ramp that pressure up.
The UK also announced plans to help build U.S. military aircraft, creating jobs in both countries as the leaders play up the long-standing economic and national security alliance.
The Food and Drug Administration is moving forward with plans to ban the petroleum-based food dye Orange B. The FDA says the additive is no longer used by the food industry, making regulation unnecessary. The agency says it's also working to remove petroleum-based food dyes from products sold in schools by the beginning of next school year. Consumers can make public comments on the matter through October 16th. 2 common childhood vaccines are being examined by the CDC's Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices. That would be the hepatitis B shot and a combined MMRV shot.
Any changes could alter insurance coverage or cast doubt on the effectiveness of them. Erica Brown is following the story from Washington, D.C.
There was pushback during today's meeting of the CDC's Vaccine Advisory Committee as the panel debated a new recommendation for the combined MMRV shot.
But if a parent wants to get a single dose, why are we taking away that option?
The proposal, children under 4 should get 1 shot for measles, mumps, and rubella, and then a separate one for varicella, better known as chickenpox.
This recommendation is going to create more confusion among the public.
Earlier this year, Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. fired all the panel members and picked their replacements, some who share his vaccine skepticism. Thursday, the committee chairman defended the new group.
You have falsely been called anti-vaxxers. But your stance is not only pro-children, but also pro-science, pro-public health, and pro-vaccines.
Here on Capitol Hill, the fired CDC director told lawmakers she was pressured by Secretary Kennedy to rubber stamp the committee's recommendations without first considering the scientific evidence.
He just wanted blanket approval.
The panel is also debating changes to the hepatitis B vaccine recommendation.
Much of the data is considered pretty settled.
Dr. Jody Guest is the senior vice chair of the Department of Epidemiology at Emory University. She says these vaccines are safe and effective.
And there's not new evidence out there that we have been following that would show that you would want to change the guidance.
Dr. Guest also warns any changes could lead to health insurance companies limiting coverage. Erica Brown, CBS News, Washington.
Tomorrow, the CDC panel will debate COVID-19 recommendations.
Well, here in southern Wisconsin, still hanging on to summer. We've had plenty of sunny and warm weather.
We could use some rain. It's
no
very dry.
doubt.
And there is some on the radar tonight, Alex.
There is some rain in the forecast, too. There's some rain also in the forecast for the Badger game. We want to start right there. Could see a couple showers at tailgate and kickoff at 11 a.m. Better chances a little bit later towards the end of the game. But I will show you future track here. There may be actually a little bit of good news about the beginning of that game and the rain that's expected. Rain right now here along 18, 61, 151, Platteville, Lancaster, Montford area, and the Potosi area, all seeing a couple of showers in Grant County. But as we zoom things out here, that's it. Southwest Wisconsin, really the only place seeing a couple of showers across the area, and they slowly have been trying to make their way the past couple days to the east. Let's use Future Track to show you those shower chances again. Few and far between overnight tonight. I think most of us will be dry. Better chances for showers eyeing up Southwest Wisconsin around 6 o'clock in the morning. Then we all stand a better chance of showers, maybe a rumble or two of thunder from the Dells to Madison to Janesville. And this has been pretty consistent in our Future Track. The past couple of days is showing this area of showers and storms right around 6 o'clock, and some areas really need that water. We're all dry, but there's some areas that are experiencing drought conditions, and I'm going to show that in just a moment. Good chances for showers and a couple thunderstorms on Saturday, and then again on Monday as this weather system just kind of meanders across the area, but bringing those rain chances. Here's that good thing I was mentioning before in that Badger forecast. 11 o'clock in the morning, kickoff. We may be in a lull of precipitation, meaning a lull in the shower and thunderstorm activity, but a little bit later in the game, here come the showers and the thunderstorms, making it more widespread as we go a little bit later into the game. Sunday, a break in the morning, and then we have more showers and thunderstorms popping up as we go into the afternoon and evening hours. So we all stand the chance for getting wet Saturday and Sunday, but there will be some dry time as well. Here's that drought. Abnormally dry conditions right along the Wisconsin-Illinois border. This includes Darlington, Monroe, Janesville. You're back into proceeding into those drought-like conditions, and if we don't get this rain, the abnormally dry soil conditions is likely going to spread further to the north across the area. 60s for low temperatures tonight. Can't rule out some patchy fog, that isolated shower chance off towards the west. Here's some of those visibilities, possibly getting down locally to a half a mile for your work and your school commute as we go into Friday morning. So take it easy on work, heading to work and to school. And then there's those shower and storm chances. Temperatures still well into the 70s to near 80 degrees as that rain tries to make its way off towards the east and finally snags us by Friday with those scattered shower and storm chances Saturday and Sunday. And that first day of fall, well, that's Monday at 1:19 p.m. May have a few showers and thunderstorms, but look at those temperatures staying well into the 70s pretty much all the way through the 10-day. Then we start to see fall-like temperatures that following weekend, Saturday and Sunday, high temperatures right around 69 degrees. A couple stats about fall. The first day of fall, the hottest one, 2017, 92 degrees. Average temperature for the first day of fall is 68. The coldest high was 43 back in 1942. Rainiest, 4.47 inches not too long ago in 2024. And believe it or not, in 1928 and back in 2012, we had a trace of snow. No snow in the forecast for the first day of fall.
Thank you, Alex. I blocked 2012 from my memory. I don't remember that. Thank you. Ahead at 5, solving your consumer complaints. We'll go live to our Call for Action telethon to see how our team of volunteers are helping you with your problems. Stay with us.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Still plenty of time to call our Call for Action team. Our telethon continues tonight until 7 o'clock.
That's right. Our Call for Action volunteers look to solve any issues you might have. And for more on our ongoing telethon, let's go live to our very own Michelle Renee Quinn. Michelle Renee?
What we need. Susan, Eric, the telethon is live and in action. I'm here right now with one of the volunteers, Melissa. How are you doing today?
Great. Really busy, but enjoying getting all the calls.
Now, you've definitely been on the phone since 4 o'clock. I just was able to pull you away in between calls, have somebody switch in between. What are some of the cases that you've been seeing today?
We've had just a variety of things. We had someone call concerned about her mail not arriving on time. We've had people calling about scam callers and what to do about that. Appliance problems, appliance that can't be repaired and the warranty company not covering it.
And now you're not the first volunteer I talked to today who also had a couple calls about warranty issues. Yeah, so do you have any advice for consumers off the top of your head? I know not to put you on the spot, but when it comes to warranties, obviously off the top of my head, reading those terms and conditions.
Read it, yep, know how long it is, pay attention to those dates so you get those things in time. Yeah.
Never signing that contract, right, unless you've seen it.
Yep, definitely.
All right,
and
so
get
now,
a copy in your hand.
Yes, get a copy of that contract. Now I want you to tell me why you decided to become a volunteer in the first place. How many years have you been volunteering?
Like 4 years I've been doing this. Yeah.
Okay, and what inspires you to help?
You know, I love being able to talk to people. Sometimes we cannot solve their problem, but sometimes they're just so grateful that, you know, we listened and, you know, and give them some piece of advice that maybe helps a little bit.
Maybe, you know, if you're having issues, maybe
when people call today, can you kind of walk us through that process of what they're expecting? You guys listen, you're writing on the case. What is that? What is that process?
Tonight we're a little rushed, so we won't necessarily get all the details, but we'll for sure get your name and phone number. Tell us a little bit about what the problem is. You know, if it's something easy, we might give you an answer tonight, and you'll just be able to handle it. Otherwise, one of our volunteers will call you back like in the next week and get more details, and then we'll work on your case from there.
So what is it that you...
All right, Melissa, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Michelle.
Now, for anybody who cannot get a hold of a volunteer because they're actively answering other calls at the moment, you can call back tomorrow or leave a voicemail. Our volunteers are great about returning every call. And you can also log on to channel3000.com/call-for-action to fill out a form online. Now, these volunteers are here every single week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, and you can call 608-270-2833. That's all for now.
All right, Michelle Renee, thank you. Yeah, until 7 o'clock, get those calls. We love teaming up with those folks to help you guys out there, so great to see them in action. We'll be back. Alex will have a final check of the forecast after a short break. Stay with us.
A man's fight to save a swamp. Tonight's Eye on America takes you to the battle for the Okefenokee Refuge in Georgia.
And food prices keep going up. We'll tell you why and how to keep costs down. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And coming up at 6, a class action lawsuit is filed against the city of Madison after nearly 200 absentee ballots went uncounted in November. We'll speak with the lawyers filing the suit, what they hope to achieve. That story and more, top of the hour, News 3 now at 6.
Finally at 5, even animals can have tooth problems. A young polar bear, Kova, at a zoo in Alaska recently underwent a one-of-a-kind root canal. An endodontist, yeah, no pressure there. I'm going to give this polar bear a root canal. But he normally operates on humans, and he was part of a large team that performed the procedure on the fully sedated 450-pound bear.
Make sure they stay sedated, you know, when I'm waking up in the middle of this one. They say it went smooth as butter. Kova is clearly back to having fun. She arrived at the Alaska Zoo as an orphan back in 2022. Federal wildlife officials said she was too accustomed to people to survive in the wild on her own. So she's doing well. So
now she has a nice smile.
A beautiful white pearly smile to match her fur. So final forecast, we're not looking at a ton of rain, but we're hoping maybe to get some.
Not a lot out there right now. Better chances as we go into Friday. Unfortunately, there are chances on Saturday as well. I should say, unfortunately for the game, fortunately for those that need that water. But most of that water is going to stay west of Madison overnight tonight. Better chances for showers and thunderstorms as we go into Friday afternoon. I think the game is going to start off dry on Saturday. You're going to want to tune in tomorrow night for the latest future track projection on that. But carry that red poncho on Saturday just in case. Sunday is also looking at some scattered showers and storms. And the first day of fall, nothing really fall-like about it. Temperatures up near 80 degrees, a couple showers and storms.
Nice gradual slide down.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you, Alex. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good evening. The CBS Evening News is coming up next.
You can always find us streaming 24/7 at Channel 3000+.